gave me some information just south of us.
Okay. That's probably who Kaiser was talking with.
Okay.
Yeah, because he ducked off this trail, and I was just kind of trying to keep sight of him because I didn't know if you guys knew who he was or if you guys dealt with him all the time or not.
Not yet.
So I was trying to keep sight of him. He kind of went down that way, and then when he looked, I was probably a couple hundred yards behind him, just kind of keeping my distance, and then he kind of flipped out. And that's how he ended back up on the trail. He started chasing me back up this way, and then by that time, she had already made it south. So.
Okay. Well, we'll go hook him.
Trying to see. Let's pulling up the IC code. Communicates a threat with the intent that another person will engage in conduct against their will, that another person be placed in fear, retaliation, prior off effect.
Still attempted battery.
Which is Class A misdemeanor. I don't know if any of them are going to meet the misdemeanor exception. So 6 felony if the threat to commit a forcible felony. Subject of the threat or the person to whom the threat is communicated as a witness.
Well, disorderly conduct.
It's not a misdemeanor exception. So I don't know if we have anything that we could hook him on.
Was this you summons? Or
Good, I guess.
we'll just write it up and send it to the prosecutor's office.
Yeah. And we're never going to find him anyway. He's transient, just came here.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good thing to an extent, so, you know.
All right, man. So just the information that we're getting now, it sounds like that you were threatening somebody and trying to fight them. So the guy that, our victim here, he's a police officer.
Okay.
So it was pretty good rapport with him, and like his, obviously, the situation that he was involved in, he's pretty well able to articulate what this happened.
Surprised you're not scared to come
So
up.
I'm just going to explain right now. We've got kind of disorderly conduct, intimidation, and attempted battery. He's saying that you tried to kick him on his
If your
bike.
victim
You took a swing
is a
at
police
him, and he
officer,
fell for it.
he's still
But
witness
you
the
have no
crime.
witnesses to this.
Other than him.
Right. And I'm just seeing, I'm just like, you know,
And
doing
his
this.
option
We
and his
don't have
wife.
to witness it. We just
So
take
there's
statements.
more
I
than
know,
one
but
person that's
his
got cooperated.
witness is a police officer.
So
Why would I do that?
And the other
That doesn't
victim.
make any sense to me.
I don't know.
I mean, he's off duty, right?
Because
That's what I'm saying, though.
nobody out here
You
saying
know,
that.
these
Somebody
are
would've said
not
something
misdemeanor
to
exceptions. If he witnessed it,
well, that was it.
And where did he say this happened?
I mean,
Just back down the trail.
would you
There's
still
like cameras
custodial?
right in the bathroom area. I mean, like.
Well, there's no cameras on the trail.
explain to
Right,
me
but
like
some
the
cameras at
details
the
of
bathrooms
what.
definitely.
I know he said he took a
I'm
swing
asking
and
for like
attempted and all that.
So he and his wife are riding their bike.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden they come across this guy and he starts eyeing him down.
Yeah.
He starts eyeing them down. Then he starts getting angry at him, starts going after them. He takes a swing at this guy, tries to kick him as well. So they're having to take off leaving. His wife was with him, so she was freaked out.
Yeah.
And then he said if they weren't on their bikes, that he would have gotten into a fight, as he wasn't able to get away.
So other than like Carl.
So that guy's wife, I think.
I think that's who you talked to down there.
Yeah. When did she mention anything about? They the wife mention anything about like any punches or kicks?
She said she didn't see any of that. She said that his behavior was just the only thing that she can describe it as was just abnormal. He was sitting around. She said the only thing that she saw was it was like doing one of these things, but like she didn't say that it was directly at anybody. She just said that he was doing that. He was flailing his arms,
Walking towards him, flailing his arms, and then he peeled off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was yelling. That's it.
Okay. So
What do you think?
What was the threat?
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Misdemeanor.
That's what I'm saying. But if your victim's a police officer who witnessed a crime,
But your victim would just be him as a person. It wouldn't be him as a police officer.
that's what I'm wondering.
And long format.
you don't have to have a weapon.
I mean,
I mean, you can in the call notes you can change his address to not be. You can do that.
he had like, you don't think you can outright. You can, right? But
Right. So
because it was attempted, I would just long format.
Yeah.
I'd tell him
so what he's
to give him a ride somewhere and be like,
coming after him.
request a warrant.
Yeah.
So when we get stories like
We had
that,
like another passerby that said, yeah, that's what happened.
what somebody else says, another person says, and then
You wouldn't be wrong either way.
comes in the middle.
Yeah.
So the two sides of the story meet in the middle. That's typically what happens. Whichever ones he talked to, but
No,
he's
he
the
said like, yeah, he made contact with me.
had it happen.
It was like he made contact with me. I'd be more inclined to
Yeah.
outright him.
So other than him,
What agency does he work with?
it's all just state.
I think he said IU Health. He's a lieutenant for IU Health. Or IU PD or something like that.
Probably
It's not
IU.
fair, man. This is not fair. I am telling you, I don't feel like this is fair. I feel like something else is wrong because I was really not. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I've never hurt anybody anywhere on that.
I didn't think you were, but I think maybe just you saw somebody you didn't like, maybe just the way that they looked, maybe they were looking at you the wrong way, or you felt like they were looking at you the wrong way, maybe they just said something.
I don't know. I haven't had any conversation with nobody. I just put my hoodie up and just look down and I walk and I sing and I do my thing. That's all I do out here. That's why I never had.
Has anyone already asked about call history?
Carlos had 2 calls on him today. Fisher's
There is 223.
Fisher's picked him up yesterday for intimidation.
So,
He was in court today
You know,
too.
there's obviously different ways that this can go. Either, you know, we write it up in a report, we send it to the prosecutor's office, they see what they think, then they just issue a warrant, and then we come find you. And then there's a summons that we give you, which give you a court date. You're going to show up to court for that, or you go to jail today. You get everything squared away, and then you just go through that whole process.
Well, I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm not trying to get arrested. I'm just trying to just do my singing thing and go about my day.
Right. So what was the verdict? Was it J3?
Thing more long form.
I had a long form.
Yeah.
Long time.
So
At any point, did you like flail your arms? Because
No, but I was
Like-
saying when I rap, I'm like, you know, I get into it. I'm like, but I'm always on my side, and I'm never around anybody. I always keep a distance, at least 6 feet at all times. You know, so when I'm walking and I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying, and I'm singing.
did you any like a this or anything
I mean,
like that?
I'm moving my arms and
Okay.
I'm rapping it out.
Sure.
I'm singing, dancing. I dance out here and sing too. You know what I mean? So, but I'm always here. I don't go no near nobody. You know what I mean? Because that's respect, right? That's how you respect people. And that's my point. Is maybe I don't know. I don't think this is fair. I don't think this is fair. I think it's a huge misunderstanding, really. I really do.
So when we write it up to the prosecutor, it's their decision whether or not to file charges on you, okay?
Okay.
So that's what we'll end up doing right now.
All right.
That's all we're gonna do. So I'm not
You're
taking
not
it to
gonna arrest-
jail.
Okay, I appreciate you I appreciate you for giving me that opportunity.
Okay.
And not just saying, hey, you're going to jail, buddy. We'll worry about it then. That's
If this
cool
had happened
stuff.
in Indianapolis, you'd be going to jail already. You'd be in back of a patrol car on your way to the
For
county
rapping on
lockup.
the street.
Well, the information they have different rules down there, right?
Oh, all right.
They do a little bit things a little bit differently down there.
So
Okay.
you say things are getting hard if you can't sing and rap in the fucking street.
Right.
I appreciate you guys helping me out here. You
Okay.
know, giving me that little 50-50 thing here. You know, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I appreciate it.
What's your plan? Can we give you a ride somewhere? To
I'm
get
just
you
gonna,
off
I'm
the
gonna
trail?
keep walking and do my thing. I'm gonna walk all the way down to the other end and get something to eat. Really, if you let me do that, go to Kroger's, get something to eat, and make my way up on 116th like I do every day.
I just ask, like, you know,
Well, you're not
keep
gonna get no
that,
pro-
keep that distance from people.
Yeah, man, you guys ain't gonna have no other calls because I'm not doing nothing to nobody.
Well, but keep in mind, so you're thinking you're not doing anything, right? So if you continue to do what you have been doing, some people are already assuming that you're trying to do something.
I see what you're
So you may need to tone it down some.
That's what I was saying. I might not rap so loud, I guess.
Yeah.
Just calm my arms down.
They got a fence. You're good.
All right. I don't have anything else. You guys have anything else?
What way is he going over there?
Huh?
What way is he going over there? Is he going south or north?
I think his wife is south.
Because while we're here, let's get him passed so nothing else happens.
Okay. Do you have a phone number or anything?
I don't.
No phone.
I got an email that I always check every day. No, for real. If you guys say, hey, look, you need to come in to
It's like $6. That's your wife over there, right? Your wife all the way down there?
Yeah, we live just down here. Are you the one talked to her a little bit ago?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah, we were riding together. Yeah.
If you want to, I think we're good on your end. If you want to go ahead and pass by while we're still out with him, that we can kind of do anything against you
Okay.
again.
or whatever he was doing prior. I didn't see anything prior. So just that way we don't have any more altercations all over the place.